Well, hello, my beautiful people, and welcome back to Riddle Joker. My name is Gat, and in the last episode, we basically got a look at the dorms. We met two new people. The first one was named Niju. I don't remember her whole name, but it was Niju something. And the other person we met was a boy named... I don't remember. But I gave him this... No, wait, what voice did I give him? I give him this voice. This voice right here. Something like that, you know? And, you know, they're talking about the schools and everything. And Nanami almost died. She was hanging by a rope right here just to give us information about the school network and whatsoever. So yeah, that's basically what happened. We sent her back to her room, and now we're here, about to call the chief. So, let us continue. After getting Nanami back to her room safely, I take out my phone. I pull out the regular SIM card and switch it with the special one of my own. This little precaution is necessary because of the person I'm about to be contacting. What voice did I give him? It's me. This is Levy 6 reporting in. What's the situation? Everything's going well so far? The transfer process went by without an issue. I'm contacting you now from my dorm room. The mission overall is proceeding smoothly. Nobody we met seems to be to suspect anything. Good thing. Are you doing alright there personally? I think you'll be able to... make some friends? Do you really need to ask me that? This is a work call. Of course I do. I'm your dad and I worry about you. I know Nanami-chan will be alright since she got her good looks going for her, but you're quite an unsociable guy. I'm doing fine, alright? I already got acquainted with some of the people that'll be in my class. They're all nice and welcoming, and no, before you ask, they're not teasing me. You really don't need to worry about me. Glad to hear. That's a weight off my shoulders. So, back to the mission. I have an update. We've been able to narrow down the culprit's ability. It's perception impairment. No hypnosis? If our guy had a hypnotic ability, he wouldn't have no need to create a fake money. He'd just wipe the robber's mind clean. So what our guy did with his ability was make it so the robbers thought they were getting something they weren't. In other words, they failed to see the scrap of paper as scrap of paper. Their minds are made to believe that it's legit money. Our robbers would be able to recognize the guy if they saw his face, but wouldn't be able to remember him as the guy they extorted money from. Taking all of that into account, perception impairment makes more sense than hypnosis. Okay, I understand. What about you? Were you able to uncover anything yet? Well, we ran into a bit of a roadblock of sorts. Tell me about what happened, Levy 6. We already decided upon our first course of action, but there is a problem. There's a bit of tricky security system blocking us from getting in. Need us to send you something? Anything? Maybe. Let me explain it first, and then you can tell me what you think. I proceed to tell him about the Astro and identification security HIKARI-senpai told me about. Do you know anything about how it might work? Sorry, but I don't know anything about those. I knew that researchers were looking into Astron-based identifications, and even heard on an outline on how it's supposed to work in principle. But I had no clue it was already in the field testing stage of things. I'll see if I can figure out anything for ya. But yeah, I wouldn't hold out on anything. Sorry, I just can't read right now. I'm just sorry. Figures. Breaking through something like that, something as state-of-the-art like that, won't be easy. Right. Even if there was some sort of master key, we would have to replicate it somehow, and that would take time either way. I really hate to leave you on your own, but I'm not sure there's much we can do about it. Sorry. It's okay. I guess we just have to bank on Nanami's figuring out something out. Well, you could just go in there, you know what I mean, and just distract Shikabe, you know what I mean? Astron identifications though, man, they cooked up something really pesky. everyone's body interact with astrons in a different way. What this means is that, unlike with fingerprints or palm prints, you can't simply replicate the pattern of an image. The person themselves need to be physically present to get past the system. Imagine image analyst technology is pretty advanced in this day and age, and this seems leagues more secure than those. What to do now? Obviously I can't just break the door down, so I need another option. If only we had someone with an Astro ability to let them copy a person's Astro signature. Oh, that was me. I can't. Guys, you need to read the signs so you can know who's talking. If only we had someone with an ability that lets them copy an Astro signature. But there's no point in dwelling over that now. Yeah, that would be fairly good. Wait, this is just maybe, but... Chief? I might have something we can use to get past that pesky security system. Ding, ding, ding. What is that noise? It's terribly unpleasing. Some incessant beeping noise I'm not familiar with. An alarm? But why? I reach out for my phone, still underneath my covers. Only after turning it off do I realize why I set an alarm for this morning. Right, I'm at Kika Academy now. It's unfortunate, but I can't have Nanami waking me up here. Man, I never knew what it was like being forcefully woken by a loud beeping like that. Talk about a rude awakening. My alarm clock back home was Nanami's voice. Compared to this, that was paradise. I shake off my residual drowsiness and get out of bed. It's currently 6:30 a.m. Oh my fucking god. Like seriously, I go to sleep like maybe 2 or 3 hours before that time. Who the fuck wakes up at 6:30 a.m.? Oh my god. Pretty early, but I have something to do. Time to do this morning jog. Oh my god, I remember doing... Like, I never got up that early, but I remember when I used to do morning jogs, I would wake up like at, So I would go to sleep like at like 2, and I'll wake up like maybe 10? No, not 10, 9. Because that's when I go running at 10. Wake up at 9, like, brush my teeth and everything, maybe eat something light. Then I head to the cemetery right here. There's like a track, outside the cemetery so you could run around it. Damn, man. Those were the times. I used to be fit. Corona fucked me up, but at the same time, it's like, you can go running. No, I'm not risking getting that Rona. But before that, I need to wash my face. I grab a towel and head to the bathroom. Running has been a daily routine of mine since before I came here. Mission can be pretty physically demanding at times, so I try to stay in shape by jogging and doing stretches. I'm no musclehead, but I say I'm at least as fit as the average kid my age on a school sports team. That said, I have another reason for doing this morning jog today. Ooh, pretty. After I finish my jog, I do some lifting. I switch over to do some stretches. After I'm through with those, I do some deep breathing. Okay. I think I have a good grasp of the layout on the area now. I managed to inspect most of the campus. I wasn't sneaking around through the bushes or anything though. I stayed on all the paths. No one should have found what I was doing suspicious in the slightest. Good. Good thing I decided to play it safe. I didn't expect there would be so many security cameras as there were around campus. They have the normal ones in easy to see places, but they also have some that are cleverly hidden behind bushes and such. It's not like it's impossible to get around them, but it sure won't be easy. Kyohei wasn't exaggerating. We may be able to deceive the human eye by going invisible, but it's but it's by no means perfect. Backgrounds flickering around the edges of our body will appear on the camera footage, so we need to be careful as possible. Better get back to the dorm. Oh, her name is Hazuki.
Good morning to you, Arihara-kun.
Morning, Niju-san.
You're up rather early, I say.
Yeah, I went running.
Say what now?
I normally do it during the evenings, but with the curfews here, I decided to switch to morning jog.
A morning exercise? A very healthy thing to do, I approve. I do some myself on occasions. There's no more refreshing way to start the day in my opinion.
Oh, so you do morning exercise too? That's cool.
Perhaps we can exercise together sometimes. What do you say?
Sure, I'd love to. But after I gotten a little more used to life here.
Okay. You have your priorities straight at least. Adjusting to change is the most important thing when moving. Feel free to consult me if you ever run into difficulties with anything.
Thanks, I will. Niju-san is beaming. Yeah, she definitely seems like the kind of person who places importance on leading a healthy lifestyle. Okay, well I'm going to head back to my room so I can get changed.
Be careful not to fall back asleep. There would be nothing worse than being tardy on your first day.
Yeah, I won't. I'll head down to the canteen right after I change. Ooh, Kaori. You know what? You're not the kind of Kaori I like. The Kaori I like, has red hair, has a tsundere personality, and likes to hit perverts for some reason. I wonder what game that was. I don't remember. I think I did a series or something. If you see the eye right here, click it. See that series.
Hi there. I'm Kimimoto Kaori, and I'll be your homeroom teacher.
I'm Arihara Satoru. Nice to meet you.
My apologies for not being able to show you around the school yesterday. That would normally be my responsibility, but I had some important research keeping me busy.
I remember Dad saying that basically all the teachers here are Astro researchers. It's fine. The girl who showed us around was really nice and helpful.
That's nice. Have you run into any problems so far?
Not really, but then again, I haven't even done my class introduction yet.
Right. Well, if you ever get confused about anything, I'm here to help. Given our school's focus on Astro research, I imagine it's quite a bit different from the school you came from. I'll try my best to answer any questions you might have.
Thanks.
Oh, and it's almost time. We need to be making our way to the classroom now.
You never really see the students at all.
Good morning, class. As some of you may already know, we have a new student joining us today. Please come forward and tell the class a bit about yourself, Arihara-kun.
Okay. I take one step forward and look out at the sea of eyes focused on me. Among them, I see two familiar faces, Mitsukasa-san and Niju-san. They're smiling. Oh, and there's also Kaori. Hello everyone, my name is Arihara Satoru. I'm no Prince Charming, but I tried to come off as friendly and sociable in my short, sweet introduction. A round of applause follows, led enthusiastically by Niju-san. It probably goes without saying, but no one seems suspicious of me.
Great!
I'm sorry, when she said great, I just look at her face like,
your fucking disappointment. I could already tell. Great! Like some of you, Arihara is an Astro. This is also his first time in Research City. I like you all to help him as he adapts to his new life here.
Thank you. After a bow, I step away from the podium and take my seat next to Niju-san.
Hello again, Arihara-kun. Feel free to ask me any questions you might have during class.
Thanks, really? Really? I might have to rely on you quite a bit, so sorry in advance.
That isn't a problem.
She smiles at me, unworried. She's such a nice and caring person. I'm really glad I got to meet her.
Is something the matter?
Hiding my identity or, well, lying from such a good-natured person really fills me with a guilty conscience. Oh no, it's nothing. I still just feel a little jittery from my self-introduction. I probably ended my reply with that. Unfortunately, as it is, I can't tell her what's on my mind right now.
I will now start class. Since we have someone new amongst us, I'll begin by going over the basic concepts. As you are all aware, certain humans can use supernatural powers once thought to be mere pseudoscience. What makes this all possible is the Astron particle. Astrons are able to synchronize with the human brain, in a sense, and when they do, they emit a characteristic energy. The form this energy takes varies from person to person. For every person, but we generally refer to anyone who can link with Astrons as an Astro. This raises a question, however, what determines whether or not a person's brain is capable of linking with Astrons? Mitsukasa-san, do you know the answer? Yes. The current scientific consensus is that it's the stem from a major difference in the brains of Astros versus non-Astros. Researchers have pinned this down to a certain area of the cerebrum. In Astros, this area is larger and more active than that of normal people. So the current theory is that when Astron particles link to the brain, they link to this specific cerebral area. Thank you, Mitsukasa-san. You are correct.
Her answer was nearly perfect, and Kakimoto-sensei seems not at all surprised by that. She must be one of the smartest students in this class.
What determines a person's capability for Astron linking is whether or not the cortex responsible for Astron perception is developed. Because of this, there are not only congenital types who are born Astros, but those who became them later on life. Now for the question, which is more common, congenital types or acquired types? Arihara-kun, do you know the answer?
Congenital types?
And do you know why that is?
It's not uncommon for people to become Astros at some period in life, but most of those who do hide the fact. Due to that, it's hypothesized that congenital types are more likely to be open about their identity as an Astro. It's believed that the true number is close to 50-50, but the discrepancy we see is because congenital types are more likely to admit that they're Astro in surveys and consensus.
Thank you, Arihara-kun. You seem to have a good study. You seem to have studied the materials ahead of time, which is a very good thing. We'll now go back to where we last left the class.
I look over and notice Niju-san smiling at me for some reason.
You came prepared on your first day. I see. That's very laudable.
I never formally studied Astro science before, so it was all interesting stuff for me to read about. I had to learn about the basic Astro science when I entered the SFD, which is why I knew the answer. But it's been a few years so my knowledge is a bit rusty. There are a few conceptions... I can't read for shit, I'm sorry. Concepts, which have been changed and revised based on the most up-to-date research, so it really was an interesting read for me. The stuff Kimimoto-sensei currently discussing is a good example.
While there are some differences between them, the underlying structure of the brain remains the same. Everyone's brain perceives Astrons and interacts with them just to a very extent. And through experimentation, we have also observed energy being given off through this interaction. However, the energy created is microscopically small. The effect is seen in Astros as well. Their brains are constantly reacting with Astrons, even when they're not using their abilities. What predominantly separates Astrons from non-Astros is the ability of the brain to amplify said interactions through linking.
See, I didn't know that. The previous held belief back when I was studying this stuff was that it was an entirely new function of the brain. Our understanding of Astrons is increasing significantly with each year. I'm getting the feeling that I might have a lot more fun with these classes than I thought. Ugh. Yeah. Our final class for the morning ends, and I lean back in my chair, giving my back a good stretch. I can't remember the last time I paid this much attention during class. Not that I skipped or slept, but I basically just daydream and listen to bare minimum amount needed to get by. That was me. In high school, that was me. Dude, every time, like, I don't know if teachers notice, but if I'm ever sitting by a window, I would just look at that fucking window, man. Just looking out and just be like, I want to get out of here. You know what I mean? Because school was kind of boring. And like, I did the bare minimum. I passed all my... Literally, man, all you gotta do is pass your test and do some classwork. And maybe 1 or 2 homeworks, and you get a C. You graduate. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's continue before I start rambling.
So, what do you think?
Classes here cover materials at a pretty fast pace. I have to say, I really need to study if I want to keep up.
I'll be more than delighted to help you with that, if you ever feel inclined.
Thank you, Niju-san.
But it's lunch break now, so you can relax and take your mind off class. Make sure you eat enough to last you through the rest of the school day.
I'm starving. Satoru, you're eating, right? Come and get food with me. Sure, I was going to go to the cafeteria, but I don't know where it is. Could you show me?
Our school has no school cafeteria, actually. Meals are served in each individual dorm's canteen.
Don't worry, they have a lot of options. His face is like, Don't worry, they have a lot of options. And the cool thing is, the meal and quantity of the food with each meal differs between the dorms. Sounds great. Are you okay though? You're kind of tottering. You don't understand how hungry I am right now. Didn't you eat breakfast?
I'm once again amazed at how fast and insignificant your metabolism is.
Oh, so he's always like this at lunchtime? This is normal, okay? I'm still growing. Come on! Can we go already? All the seats will be gone by the time we get there. Yeah, let's go. We don't want that happening. Dude, if you're walking to the fucking dorms, your lunch has to be an hour. Or at least an hour and a half, you know? Depending on how far it is. Cause fuck, man. Because back in my school, high school, right? It was only 30-minute lunch. That's all you have, man. You better be getting hours if it's far from where the campus is and you gotta go to your dorms back and forth. It has to be at least an hour. Like 10 minutes to get there, maybe half an hour to eat and hang out with your friends, maybe 40, then 10 to go back to your class.
Hey, Niju-san, wanna eat lunch with us? Gosh, I'm actually famished right now. Sorry, but
Hey, don't worry about Satoru. I got him covered.
But he's my responsibility. I wouldn't feel right simply abandoning him.
Well, look. We guys eat like bears, yeah? So I was planning on going to Dorm 3's canteen today.
I see. You go there with him then. I'll eat with the others today.
Right. Okay, Satoru, you ready? Yep.
Oh, Arihara-kun.
Hello, Misukasa-san. As we were walking through the hallway, I suddenly noticed Misukasa-san approaching me from behind. Thank you again for yesterday.
The So, did everything go well for you yesterday following my leave?
Yeah, everything went great. I met Niju-san and I also met Kihohi here.
That's wonderful.
We're heading to the dorm 3 canteen to have lunch if you want to join us.
Oh, dorm 3?
The look on your face says it all.
Oh no, my apologies. I wasn't meaning to insult the food served there, not at all. It's quite delicious.
Are you getting lunch too? You're heading in the opposite direction we are.
The school has an interview appointment schedule, and I need to discuss some specifics about it with Kakimoto sensei. I probably won't be returning to the dorms till late, but that's nothing unusual for me.
Man, you always seem super busy. My condolences.
It's not as bad as you think. It can be rather tiresome at times, but not everything I do is boring.
Really? I can't imagine I'll be able to do all that stuff you do. All the stuff you do. Why would a teacher be discussing details about a school interview with a student? Oh right, I forgot that Misukasa-san is the student's council president. So I guess it makes sense that they're asking for an input. Maybe. I'm not too sure.
Sorry, but I need to be going now. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Sure. Sorry for holding you up.
Have a good lunch then.
Good luck with your work.
Thank you. The meal offered at the dorm 3 canteens are really quite delicious, Arihara-kun, so I hope you enjoy your first lunch here.
Thanks. Our brief chit-chat now over with, Misukasa-san walks past us and down the hallway. Man, she never gets a break. Does the student council president normally have a ton of responsibility? Well, if you ever think about Japan's student council presidents like in anime and visual novels, they basically control the world. I'm not gonna lie, man, like, they really have control of the school and they have like, you know, some kind of pull. Meanwhile, in America, student council is just like, alright, here you go. It'll teach you leaderships or whatever, right? Just set up events or something. Okay, we're just gonna fuck off. That was basically what my student council did. It was like, set up like, not like big events, but like small ones, and prom, that's it. Like, and it's basically talking to the teacher about like, so, and the principal, what we're gonna do for prom, and they tell them what to do, what they're doing, and like, okay, I'll tell the rest of the fucking seniors, and that's it. That was basically all they did, and put up posters. They didn't do nothing else. Kind of, but not exactly. What's that supposed to mean? Every dorm canteen basically has its own flavor, so to speak. Dorm 4, for instance, is super popular with the girls. They sell really good sandwiches and desserts. Is that why it's popular with the girls? Because they sell sandwiches and desserts? What the fuck? It's like, what? Like, is there other things like designs or whatever? No, they just sell sandwiches and desserts. And what makes Dorm 3 special is the quality of food in its meal. You can't beat it. Yeah, I can see. I ordered what's supposed to be normal size for my ginger pork meal, but this is a lot of food. It could probably fill up even the biggest of eaters. Welcome to America. Welcome to Black Bear Diner. Dude, Black Bear Diner, man. If you ever come to America or you live in America, go to Black Bear Diner. It's like fucking big ass portions, man. Like shit, man. I got something right. It was the chicken dinner or whatever. The fried chicken something. And it was like enough to feed like what? Maybe 3 people. The fuck, man. Now I get why Niju-san was hesitant to come here. Most girls probably are for that matter. This might even be too much for some guys. Time to eat! Kaori was insane because he ordered an extra large sized pork cutlet meal. It's almost double than a normal serving size. Still, Kohei remains unfazed. He wolfed down the mountain of food like it's nothing. Okay, so let's see how this tastes. So back to what we were talking about earlier. Misukasa-san's job is a bit different from that of your average student council prez. How so? Also, are you sure you're gonna be able to finish all of that? So, he's not even gonna answer me, is he? So basically, Kikai Academy is the only academy institution in the country that accepts Astros, which means they frequently get interviewed by magazines and news stations. And yes, of course I'll be able to finish this. This is nothing. I always eat a ton, so at this point, an extra large is the only thing that fills me up. Dang. Dude, I thought he would be fat. He probably have like a really strong metabolism. Probably has something to do with his Astro ability, probably, man. Ooh, it'd be cool if he could like shoot fireballs, you know what I mean? Or electricity. I don't know what it is, but like, I always wanted to like write a book or like, since my brother could draw, like make a manga or comic, right? Where like they do magic, right? But they always have to eat constantly. Like if you have fire magic or maybe electricity, you have to eat constantly because you're burning up all your calories inside of your body. Anyway, let's continue. And with those interviews, Misukasa-san often's the one who does them. Man, the crispiest breading on this pork is just amazing! So most of her work is actually PR stuff instead of what you could normally consider normal student council work. And this meat is so sweet. It's like magic in my mouth. I get that she's the student council president, but isn't that a lot of responsibility thrown on the students' shoulders? Yeah, I kinda agree with you. But I think most of those journalists are like specifically requesting for her. You know how she's kind of like a celebrity, right? Dude, I'm looking for my water bottle right now. I threw it on my bed. Okay. Come to think of it, my little sister mentioned that she was a well-known Astro of something along those lines. You didn't actually not know who she was before you came here? Nope. I don't watch too much TV or browse the web. Is she one of those pop idols? The ones that, sell photo collections, doing singing albums, handshake events, and all that stuff? She's not doing anything like that to my knowledge. Are you familiar with the accident that happened here 2 years back? If you remember, it was the one where the crane toppled over and destroyed the building that they were still doing construction on. Oh yeah, if my memory serves me, they actually they said it was caused by a very strong wind or something, and there were 10 people reported injured. Yeah, luckily there was no actual deaths. The actual reason for that is because there was an Astro at the scene who removed the debris really quickly. You know what what I'm about to say, right? So Misukasa-san was the one who saved these people's lives during the accident. That's very interesting. Yeah, and because of her heroic efforts, the public reaction was overwhelmingly positive despite people's fears of Astros. It probably also helped that someone went on and on about how cute she was after she started doing interviews. Famous Astros are pretty non-existent to begin with, so that just made her all that more special to everyone. Yeah, she actually is pretty cute. I can see why she gained popularity. And not long after that, it was announced that she was going to Kikai Academy, the world-famous school for Astron research. Both she and the school got flooded with interview requests following that. I mean, I get why people would like her, but can interviews really make people that famous? Well, the school also pushed her into the limelight a ton because they wanted to use her to help the public's perception of Astros. The more people associated Astros with her, the less they inclined they think of us as mutants, you know? I'm guessing that little jingle of hers was also the school's idea? Probably. Singing videos are pretty popular on the internet right now, so I'm guessing they want her to jump on that trend. That's all she does with it, though to my knowledge, she doesn't actually sell CDs or anything. But yeah, everyone here really appreciates her PR work. She's done a lot to make the city and the school itself more well-known. I guess I can see why she's the most well-known Astro. I'm a little surprised she's willing taking on all that work though. I know I wouldn't.
She's just a really good person. If my efforts can lead to a future where Astros are accepted and as valuable members of society, then I know I've done the right thing. I'm pretty sure I read that quote of hers in some article.
Damn, she almost sounds like a goddess.
Plenty of people share that sentiment. Guys in particular really love her.
I honestly feel like she'll be able to have a career as a pop idol.
Other people have told me that she has no intent to enter the showbiz. She's just doing it to help other Astros.
Man, she's so selfless. I really feel like I'm living amongst a real angel here.
Fame isn't always a good thing though. I know she doesn't see herself as some kind of idol, but there's a lot of people out there who do. Apparently, some of her fans can be fairly damn rabid. I'm talking like people who actually worships her as some sort of angel or goddess.
Wow, she has fans who straight up worship her? Are you kidding me, man? Are you seriously, Satoru? Well, then again, he's not on the internet. I see people like, they're making just anime girls, man. It's like, no one talks bad about Rem. Was it Rem? And it's like, no one talks bad about Melia. No, Rem, Melia, Rem. I see fights like that all the time, like every fucking year. And what is it this year? It's the rented girlfriend. It's like the main character, the main girl, the brown-haired one, and what's her fucking face? I haven't seen Rented Girlfriend, but the girl with the short black hair. I don't remember her name, sorry. Wow, she has friends who straight up worship her?
Only a very small minority though.
But they're the fucking loudest. To be honest, they're the fucking loudest. That small minority is the one that speak a lot of shit. Well, they talk the loudest.
But get this, occasionally, we get cases of some of those nut jobs trying to sneak their way into Kika Academy.
What the hell? That sounds like a problem.
Well, there's no way they can actually be able to get in. We have guards and plenty of other security measures that stop them.
That's relieving.
Still, she stays super busy. I really have to wonder how she does it. She's the sole student allowed to stay out past curfew because her PR stuff sometimes keep her out late.
Man, and even now, she doesn't even get to sit down and enjoy her lunch because she has a meeting with a teacher. She's like some poor overworked businessman.
I don't know how she managed without lunch. Just the thought of skipping it makes me feel lightheaded.
Looking at that gargantuan mass of food that's on your plate made me lightheaded.
This is a normal amount for a growing guy like me. And on that note, I'm done.
I sure wouldn't be able to eat that much. How did he manage to finish all of that? And he even managed to finish at basically the same time I did. I am still in disbelief. Where does all that food even go? The guy's as skinny as a stick.
I'm going to get myself a curry sandwich before we head back to class. Wanna wait here for me?
You still have room to eat?
Of course! I always make room for a snack.
Sorry, I gotta go to the bathroom, so I'll just catch you back in class.
Okay.
I watched Kohei as he dashes off, and after confirming that I'm alone, I scan around the surroundings. Okay, time to get to work. I need to check out the school's building security before going back to my classroom. Above all, we need a way to get past the Astro identification system. Well, go talk to Sikape-senpai. And I'm gonna end it here. ¿Por qué? Like, don't get me wrong, I would love to make these an hour, but there's two things. One, like I said last episode, like after an hour, after 40 minutes, I'm like, ugh. And two, I'm packing right now, man. I'm moving. Like, I'm trying to like make a bunch of these videos before I'm moving this Friday. Today's the 11th. Friday, no, today's the 12th. Oh, fuck, it's Tuesday already? Shit, man. Okay, so I am leaving Friday the 15th? Yeah, Friday the 15th. I'm gonna be leaving this place, and I'll be moving. So I need to get these videos out, then set up my setup, you know? And hopefully, it's not too echoey. I got these foam pads, but I don't have like the, stuff to stick them on, like the sticky stuff, the adhesive tape or whatever. So it's gonna be a while to like get this actually set up. So yeah, but don't worry, you'll still get your episodes because I want to be consistent. I want to be concise, and yeah. Alrighty. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification to see whenever I post from where I'm recording now and wherever I'm recording in the future. And leave a comment. Tell me what you like about this game, man. Tell me what you think about the girl, man. The fucking Misukasa senpai. Like she's actually like working so hard, like why? She's working really hard, man. She needs to take a break and everything. What do you think? Like, do you think it's like, oh, how noble of you, or like how great of a person you are? Or do you think like, man, she just needs to sit down, maybe play some Xbox or PlayStation or maybe a Steam games? I don't know, man. Well, this is Gat saying farewell. And as always, bye-bye.